set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports.
Ready to go?
With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Now Golden State's starting five. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center position. Now here's Beverly. It's Harden with the basket on the assist by Harden.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Curry against Beverly. Curry passes to Green. Puts up the baby hook. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw State championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Second free throw, no good. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Now Barnes. James Harden missing on the 3. That's tipped. Eunice with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Ariza, and he dunks it down.
Some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. It's Curry outside. There's the bucket. Good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Howard with a screen on Curry. And it's Beverly missing. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. From deep 3-point range. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. Here is Harden. Beverly with the ball. There's a screen by Eunice. Howard with this screen on Barnes. It's Harden with the drive, and Howard with the stuff.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
On the wing, Thompson. Back to Curry for 3. Curry with another miss.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into 3-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a triple.
Boy, Trevor Ariza is doing a nice job bodying up on the defender with that pick. Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Houston leading by 4. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, I was able to catch up with the head coach for the Rockets just a moment ago. He talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many 7-footers with his kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength, and we can't allow him to bully us for offensive rebounds. Let's see if they can keep Bogut from having a big game, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Green. James Harden picking up that last basket. Green, no luck.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Harden. Eunice dishes to Beverly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Beverly's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Warriors trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
The drive by Green, and the shot is good.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
For Houston, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his UC.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Iguodala, that's good. Rockets leading by 5.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Here is Livingston. James Harden picking up that last basket. Spates kicks to Livingston. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Iguodala. The Rockets pull it in.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Terry grabs the board.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Poked loose and stolen by Spates. Kicks to Barbosa. There's the triple. The rebound by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the rejection by Iguodala. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on Sports.
Check it out.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor. I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Kerr is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Rockets?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Rockets, Trevor Ariza out there with Beasley. Then there's Howard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's McDaniels at the 2-guard spot. Well, guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
On up the court. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection? And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
Warriors trail by 9. Curry kicks to Thompson. Down low. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Iguodala. Curry's got 5 points so far. And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish, Clark, to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler, I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. Thompson with the bucket.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
To the inside. It's stolen by Green, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And guys, KJ McDaniels, I think, has excellent defensive potential. I mean, his long arms and quick jump allow him to block a high number of shots for a 2-guard, and his overall athleticism allows him to match up against 2 and 3. Now, offensively, though, he really needs work on practically every measurable skill.
Getting back to McDaniels, a high second-round draft pick in last year's draft.
And, Kevin, you know, he was outperforming that draft spot through the first 5. Might have to overpay him, so therefore they traded him to Houston instead.
The cold, harsh economics, Clark, of the NBA, huh? Now, here's Thompson. To the middle. Here's Bogut, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Curry passes to Green. On the wing, Thompson. Dishes to Bogut. Green, the screen. The drive by Bogut. Off the screen. And it's sent back by Howard. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Here's McDaniels. They get it back.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Warriors trail by 9. Outside Curry. No luck. And Houston the other way.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
That pushes it to double digits. McDaniels got 7 points in the game.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Their first time out here. And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. Ian Clark comes in for Curry. Here's Clark.
You know, talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's toughness on defense particularly.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Harden on the wing. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
The 3 from Harden. Harden missing again.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverly, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
And the shot falls short this time.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Thompson dishes to Rush. Back to Thompson. Fires it up. It's rebounded by Houston.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Now here's Beverly. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in, and it's Beasley in for Montejunas. Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Green. Spates comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Ian Clark.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Harden with it. Barbosa picks him up. That is good. Hoover's got his first bucket in this one.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half of the game. Spates with the block. Here's Rush. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. That's good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Beverly. The Warriors pull it in.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Barbosa. Beasley with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And we finished one half of basketball. Rockets ahead. They're up by 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. Will be Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a solid 8-point lead. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. One of the stories here, KJ McDaniels getting it done today.
And, you know, not always the guy that you would expect to be making the big plays, but so far tonight, he has delivered.
Yeah, he has, and he's really been a difference maker so far, and it wouldn't surprise me if they look his way a bit more to end this game.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Now here's Howard. Barnes grabs the miss. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 6. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And here's Beverly. He's got 5. And Harden now, top of the key. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 9.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Now here's Green, and he hits the jumper for 2. Green's got his second bucket. Timeout called, the Rockets. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Houston making a switch here. Terry's checked in. Pass to Thompson. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through James Harden. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. Ian Clark comes in for Klay Thompson. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Green. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. And it's Howard finishing it off.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Here's Bogut. The Rockets making the shot. Puts up the baby hook. Draymond Green again. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Howard with a screen on Curry. And it's Terry off the drive. Here's Moniunas. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Moniunas has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Clark. And a miss there on the triple. Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back, then his body betrays him.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games, so the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly, he has a lot left when he's healthy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and it's Beasley in for Moniunas. Here's Iguodala. Jason Terry picking up that last basket. No good from Clark.
Getting back to Dwight Howard, I think he's at a crossroads physically. Had back and knee issues. It's highly unlikely he can be 100% for a full season. You just hope to have him happy and healthy for your most important games.
And it's Terry off the drive. Here's Brewer. Capella kicks to Brewer. Pass to McDaniels. Houston moving the ball around. Beasley the screen. Lets it go with a 3. Shot by Terry, no good.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Swiped away. Here's Beasley, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Much like Greg creating havoc out there.
Terry, nice jump shot from the top of the key. Terry's got 4 this quarter. Warriors trail by 13. Here is Livingston. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Spates, and the layup's good off the glass.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Barbosa's checked in. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Beasley sets a screen for Beverly. Off the pick. It's rebounded by Livingston.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Now Beverly. Here's Brewer. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to... And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Houston leading by 11. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Howard is out there with Beasley. And it's Ariza in its small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Harden's shot is good.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Feeds to Barnes. Thompson inside the line. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Now, here is Harden. Inside, here's Beverly. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 13. Thompson outside. Lets it go with a 3. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Curry against Beverly. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Curry, good.
Assisted by Harrison Barnes.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys?
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clarkie's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free rein.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan. Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Now here's Curry. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Barnes. It's rebounded by Houston. Beverly's got his third rebound on the night.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now, here's Thompson. Wing Green. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Green's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors. Beverly against Curry. Knocked loose. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. And the dunk by Barnes.
We got a ball game now, fellas. No doubt about it. I'm sensing a major momentum swing after the steal and run out.
Yeah, and little sequences like that can change the complexion of a game. Suddenly, the pressure now on the team with the lead.
Here's Beverly. Here's Beasley. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Beasley hits them both. Now
they can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
But I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Monteunitas is checked in for Michael Beasley. Warriors trail by 8. Outside Curry. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. So the wing on the left, the 17-footer. The shot no good.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebounds.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Here's Barnes, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And so here is Houston, the Warriors making the shot. Beverly, the pass to Harden. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Green in the post, working on Monteunitas, and so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Here's Curry with the 3. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Reaves the dishes to Howard. It's stolen by Bogut. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry can't get it to go.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, able to help them close this gap.
Harden the pass to Beverly. And 1:01 left to play in the final quarter. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Curry with it. On the wing, Green. Iguodala outside. Back to Green. Just 5 to shoot. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. Been a stellar outing in this one for Green. He's got 13 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harden outside, and now we've got the intentional foul.
At the line for your Rockets, Patrick Beverly. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Thompson dishes to Curry. Thompson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Curry outside. Adiunas grabs the miss.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
From deep, missed. So we see the Rockets get the win here.